Today I'm taking a look at the ESM-4108. It's a Nintendo Switch Pro Controller alternative that's also compatible with the Windows PC. It has a 600 mAh internal battery, which should give you about 8 hours of gameplay, and it has its own unique aesthetics that really make it stand out from other third-party Nintendo Switch Pro controllers. So let's see what comes inside the box. The packaging is pretty basic. The unit comes with the controller itself, a USB Type-C cable for charging, quick start guide, and a set of instructions. You have 4 face buttons, 2 analog sticks, plus, minus, home, and capture button, as well as a directional pad that seems to feel a bit more like the Xbox One D-pad than it does the Nintendo Switch Pro Controller D-pad. As a matter of fact, holding this controller in your hand, the entire unit has more of an Xbox One feel to it. You have 2 shoulder buttons and 2 shoulder triggers. One thing I really like about the triggers is that they protrude out a bit more than the Nintendo Switch Pro Controller triggers, which for me just overall makes it feel more comfortable while playing shooters. You have dual motor vibration and full gyro control support. What you will not be getting is Amiibo support, which isn't really a big deal for me, but I know there are some people out there that really like to use their Amiibos on a consistent basis, and that might be a deal breaker. Now, one really cool and unique feature are the light up LEDs on the controller. Each face button lights up with its own unique color, once again very reminiscent of the color scheme used in the Xbox One controller, as well as this really cool LED ring around the right analog stick. The controller gets an A+ in aesthetics. I think this thing just looks pretty badass overall. While playing Splatoon, the gyro controls felt every bit as tight and responsive as they did with the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Being modeled after the Xbox One gamepad, I feel is one of this controller's strong points. It's really comfortable to hold in your hand and just has an overall solid feel to it. One complaint I did have, however, is that the analog sticks seem to be really flat on the top surface. I found myself having to keep readjusting my thumb while playing Mario Kart because it was slowly sliding off towards the edge. Something that with a Nintendo Switch Pro controller was never an issue because it has a more rounded surface. A minor issue, but definitely enough to be annoying. With a game like Smash that is much more fast-paced and requires precise timing in terms of inputs, this controller really excelled and felt every bit as good as the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. I can definitely see myself using this controller on a regular basis for Smash Bros, or any fighting game for that matter. So the ESM-4108. I have to say this is a viable option for a Nintendo Switch Pro controller alternative. The design and build quality are top notch, but I expect nothing less from EasySMX. I've reviewed a couple of their controllers in the past, and they've all been outstanding. There are some small drawbacks like not having Amiibo support and the issue that I pointed out with the analog sticks. But it still doesn't take away from the fact that at this price point you're getting a really solid controller. If you guys are interested in the ESM-4108, I'll put links in the description below. Until next time, this is Ness, signing out.